Hey, Bad Flow 420, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio. Playing some Beyond Zork. Okay. Why am I here? I think I just identified a bunch of shit. I thought about something. Now we have to deal with a hellhound. Here. I wonder. Okay, just a second. Get vial. This is an this is oldie water. Oldie water. Maybe. North. Just wait. Okay, throw vial at LL. Okay, maybe I don't throw the vial. Permanently sealed. Oh, that's it. I suck. Oh my god. Okay, fuck that. Yes, let's enter here. Okay, a patch of corn is flourishing nearby, presided over by a third Scarecrow in Greyback. Okay, get corn. What does it say? Let's look at it. Giant Corby. Corbies are carrion birds with sharp eyesight and sharper beaks. Their color vision is so well developed they can spot a yellow gotch in the hayfield from 200 bloits away. Corbies prefer the taste of dead, rotting flesh, but have been known to feast on live, running adventurers. Maybe I have something in my pack that it wants. I can only think of the horseshoe. The salt, I don't think so. Maybe some sugar. 4-leaf clover, maybe. Get clover. as big as your hand. Okay, maybe I need to play the hurdy-gurdy. Just play it here. Don't need to bring the butterfly. Nothing here. Oh, they're with anger now. Why? Corby's diving super head, squeaking with rage. There's a wall of Corby's blocking my way. Sky black with thunderclouds over great acres of windswept grass. Corbies are circling in tight, menacing circles overhead. Boom, all color drains from the landscape. That's important. Because now we're in black and white. It says that the Corbies, their color vision is so well developed. What's the point here? What's the point of that? Okay, let's try stuff here. Corbies. Point wand at Corbies. That's a version. Whatever. Let's get it. No magic here. Point stick at cord. Blocking. No magic. No magic here. So no staff of annihilation, no scroll, no nothing, just the vague outline, but I don't think that is useful anymore. Chalice. Let's get the chalice. What I wanted to do was drink from the chalice, even though I think it's empty, but never know. So I have an old horseshoe and a 4-leaf clover. That's not magical. There's just salt and salt also. It's not magical. I don't know. So get horse. Horse shoe at Corby's. My endurance just went down. The Corby snatched the old horseshoe out of the air. Aim carefully and drop it on your skull. Wow. Okay. So I can't even read the Scroll of Fireworks or something like that. Get read no magic, no scroll, nothing. Fuck off. Fields of Frozen. How do I get past the lightning? Okay, we've done that. How do I catch a butterfly? You need a lure. Yeah. Insects are attracted to sweet things. Yes. Sweet things. I mean, I have access to an onion. Yo, base. Sweet things. You'll find something sweet on the ethereal plane of Atri. It says there's sweet sticky coating inside the goblet. Are you shitting me? Okay, apparently that will help me. Get the butterfly. Let's try to get the butterfly. And I'll show chalice to butterfly. Maybe put it down. Drop chalice. Why are you calling a Zork? You're a Zork. Oh, the butterfly alights on the rim of the chalice of Bach. Get butterfly. Oh, okay. I guess that's it. So let's try to put an on a chalice. No, just like, you know, no. It's empty. Get chalice. Okay. Butterfly is exploring the goblet. The chalice of Bach with the butterfly resting on the rim. Okay, well, still, we're not... What do I do with the Scarecrow? Examine each one of them. Ah, I pretty much did that, no? Let's do it again. What if I slowly opens and close its wings? Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, is that the... Oh, let's restore. Yeah, Corby's. Southeast. Okay, examine... Scarecrow. Not that I searched them all. No, that's not enough, I guess. When you search, it should consider examine, you know? It shouldn't say you don't find anything interesting. But if you examine it, oh, now you examined it. Like I searched this room, but I can't find my fucking car keys. But then I examined the room, fucking car keys. It's like, what? Consider stormy climate hereabouts. It's remarkable that the Scarecrow is still standing. Threadbare grey rags hang from the wooden limbs, flapping in the steady wind. Okay. You're late. Let me get stuck on a puzzle here. Examine. Scarecrow. It's gonna be the 3 is gonna be the same description. Consider the stormy climate hereabouts. It's remarkable that the Scarecrow is still standing. Threadbare grey rags hang from the wooden limbs, flapping in the steady wind. Is that exactly what it said? Examiner. Examiner. Chercher. Search. Examiner. I mean... Oh. No, east. Considering the stormy climate hereabout, it's remarkable that the Scarecrow is still standing. Threadbare grey rags hang from the wooden limbs, flapping in a steady wind. Examine? I don't know. Considering the stormy climate hereabouts, it has nothing to do with language. What I'm saying is that they want you to use a word. It's not even that. It doesn't do anything. Examine all the things! I did, and no. It says only one of the Scarecrows seems to be doing its job. What? It's remarkable that... Do I have to screenshot this? Considering that the stormy climate threat hereabouts, it's remarkable that the Scarecrow is still standing. Threadbare grey rags hang from the wooden limbs, flapping in a steady wind. West. East. East. Considering the stormy climate hereabout, it's remarkable that the Scarecrow is still standing. Threadbare grey rags hang from the wooden limbs, flapping in a steady wind. Exactly, word for word, the same description. Southeast. Examine. It's the same thing. It's remarkable that standing, threadbare, grey, blah 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 blah. It is not in this description. I think it's just like here. There's Corby's. It has nothing to do with examining them. I don't know why they said that. There's a Scarecrow, there's Corby's, so, okay. There's, no, okay, west. A flock of Corby's circling a tight, menacing circle overhead. But here they croak with anxiety. They screech with anger. They're squeaking with rage. They're croaking with fury. They're screeching with anger. So apparently one of these Scarecrow is doing his job. Let's start from the beginning. A sky black with thundercloud looms over gray acres of windswept grass. Corbies are circling in tight, menacing circles overhead. A weather-beaten Scarecrow stands in a patch of dead corn, its gray rags flapping in the wind. Examine. Scarecrow. Apparently that's all I need to do. Considering the stormy climate... Hey, great Saxon.
We have such sights to show you.
Thank you so much for the subscription. This is bugging me. Considering the stormy climate, blah 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 blah. We know the fucking drill. It's the same fucking thing. Northwest. There's no Scarecrow here. Great tracts of windswept grass, blah 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 blah. Corbies are circling in tight, menacing circles overhead. The gray rags of another Scarecrow flap uselessly. Uselessly! Did it say uselessly? Flapping in the wind. Oh, it's not uselessly, it's just flapping in the wind here. Why does it say uselessly? Whatever. Here we have his third Scarecrow in gray rags. Is that it? What the fuck? It said there's something about good Scarecrow is fending. Only one of the Scarecrows seems to be doing this job. Do you guys know?
We have such sights to show you.
Hi, thank you so much.
Quit
Lace.
stealing my thunder, at the Great Saxon Man. Retrog 16 Hey Retrog 16 Poop Retrog 16 Choden 1 Retrog 16 High Retrog 16 Jam.
So, do you guys know which one it is? Apparently... Okay, so, what do I do with the Scarecrow? Int A. Examine each one of them. Examine in capital letters. Thus, signaling that you do need to examine, like I'm doing. Corby's circle overhead croaking with fear. The rest is the same. Maybe it's the second line, but the second line is just the line that when you wait, you know, it's just a line that's always there. The examined Scarecrow is, considering the stormy climate hereabout, it's remarkable that the Scarecrow is still standing. Threadbare gray rags hang from the wooden limbs flapping in a steady wind. Apparently, is there a fourth Scarecrow? It says one of the Scarecrow is not like the others. It says that. One of the Scarecrows is not like the others. Fucking shit. Do I need to write it down? Oh, fuck off. Okay, dude, fuck that. Fuck this shit. Tabarnak de Chris, oui, esti, c'est là vont y rentrer les sacs calices de tabarnak de calice d'esti. Tu vas prendre une petite photo, je vais voir de Chris. One of these Scarecrow is not like the others, fuck you. Okay. Considering the stormy climate hereabouts. Considering the stormy climate hereabouts. Considering the stormy climate hereabouts. It's remarkable that the Scarecrow is still standing. It's remarkable that this Scarecrow is still standing. It's remarkable that the Scarecrow is still standing. Threadbare grey rags hang from the wooden limbs. Threadbare grey rags hang from the wooden limbs. Threadbare grey rags hang from the fucking wooden fucking shitting limbs. Oh, it's not the same. Flapping in the steady wings. Flapping in the steady wind. Flapping in the steady tabarnak, the fucking, the calice, the Chris, the wind, the calice, the calvaire, the Chris. And these ints don't even tell me what the fuck is going on. They just say only one of the Scarecrows seems to be doing his job. Something about the good Scarecrow is fending off the Corbies. The Corbies see something about the good Scarecrow that you don't. There must be a fourth Scarecrow. There's no Scarecrow here. This is the end of the field. There's no Scarecrow here. Like, is it the Scarecrow north of here? There's a Scarecrow here. It says they flap uselessly, so maybe, but the other one, like, there's only one that does his job, so which one is it? There's Corbies everywhere. Menacing circles everywhere. Menacing circles overhead. Menacing circles overhead. Menacing circles overhead. Let's continue. They say read the lore, blah blah blah, your color vision is muted. I know. There's an object in the story that enhances colors. It's the hurdy-gurdy. Okay, well, but who gives a shit about the hurdy-gurdy? What about the good? What's about the good Scarecrow? The Corby don't like the colors of the good Scarecrow. Why do they say to examine the Scarecrows? What the fuck is this handbook? What do I do with the Scarecrow? Int 1. Examine them. Examine each one of them. Thus, examine the Scarecrows. So that's what I'm doing. This has nothing to do with examining the Scarecrows. Don't tell me to examine the Scarecrows. Don't tell me to examine the fields. What the fuck? Like, I thought using the official hint book I wouldn't have like that sort of weird bullshit. Like, this is not a hint. This is like drawing me into a completely different thing, and now I'm focusing on something that has nothing to do with it. It's an anti-int book. It's like, no, this is, no, don't look at the real thing. Look at something that has nothing to do with it. What the fuck? When I said get corn here, they said there was no corn. So, because this is the first Scarecrow that I observed, and I said take a corn, and it said no, there's none left. I didn't reread this again. When I arrived here, or I think here, I saw corn again, whatever, here. Then I I took the corn again. It had the same fucking description. There's none left worth taken. So in my head, all dead corn. No. No. There's none left taking here, but they're flourishing. I'm sure you guys think I'm super fucking stupid, but when I read these things, I draw conclusions on what's actually happening, you know? I'm trying to explain what's happening in my head to you so you can see exactly why I'm sure you're like, this is stupid. Like, dude, you're fucking stupid. I know I'm stupid, okay? But this is also stupid, okay? So two stupids make it extremely stupid. Anyways, this is not even the puzzle. This is so weird. Like, it's like, look at the thing, good Scarecrow, but that's nothing to do with it. Go get the fucking hurdy-gurdy. That's essentially what you need to do. Use the hurdy-gurdy in front of all of these Scarecrow. One of them will do something, and then you're done. So examining the thing has nothing to do with it. I know, but look, it says... Look at these. These are the ints I'm using. And it says, what do I do with the Scarecrows? A. Examine each one of them. Are you thinking about the field? Are you thinking about the corn? No, you're thinking about the Scarecrow. Examine each one of them. What? What do I do with the Scarecrows? Examine each one of them, the Scarecrows. One of the Scarecrows is not like the others. So again, focusing on the Scarecrows. And for your information, and for the writer's information, Brian Moriarty, that I adore, Loom is a classic. This is stupid. Okay? Well, this is not maybe Brian's int. The int book guy is weird. He's like, only one of the Scarecrows seems to be the... That's actually a good int. The third int. The third int is the only one that should have been there. Only one of the Scarecrows seem to be doing his job. This alone, without giving me the examine each one of them, and one of the Scarecrow is not like the others, which is completely false. All the Scarecrows are identical. I just proved it a second ago. The Scarecrows are identical in terms of colors. I'm sure they're not identical. Some of them are in color, and that's why I'm not looking at it with the colors. Who gives a shit about that? You know, it's like what I'm looking at right now. It's like only one of the Scarecrows seems to be doing his job. Yes, something about the good Scarecrow is fending out the Corbies. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, now I know that I need to use the hurdy-gurdy. Like, I had to go through all this bullshit so that they just give me the answer. And it's like, okay, great, thanks. It's like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fucking hints. The answer is use the hurdy-gurdy. It's the 11th int in the list. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 9, sorry. It's the 9 int, it's not even the int, it's just literally, it's the hurdy-gurdy. It gives you the answer. All the things above do not point you toward this answer here. So what the fuck is this hint? Anyways. Whatever. Let's get the fucking hurdy-gurdy that seems to be doing all the fucking puzzle. No. Tabarnak. Okay. It's like, hey, what's up? Oh my god. I want to write a parody of point-and-click adventure games and text adventure game all in one, you know. Show you all the absurdness in it. Thank you! Exactly! Exactly! You know these... That's a hurdy-gurdy. Don't ask me why I know this. No, it's not even that. This it's a medieval wheel It's a wheel? Oh my god, it's the weirdest instrument ever. I think I've seen this before.
Just like a...
Oh yeah, no, it's not what I thought it would be. It's a string instrument that produces sound by a hand crank turn resonant wheel rubbing against the strings. It's like a mix between it's a mix between a musical box and a guitar, essentially. It's hand cranked. So what's the skill in what are you doing when you're playing that?
Hey everybody.
Are you just turning the gear? Hey, I'm playing the hurdy-gurdy!
You'll notice there's not as much resistance.
Oh my god, that's actually that.
There. Okay,
Oh, yeah, you must be kidding me, right? There's like 66 button. There's 666 button on that. It's the fucking work of the devil. There's so many things. It's like the fucking puzzle box in an alternate universe of the Hellraiser series. The guy on the left, like the video I'm looking at, if you Google hurdy-gurdy, YouTube just... It says hurdy-gurdy, the medieval wheel instrument from Rob Scallon, August 2000. That's not a lute. You don't play a lute with a crank. No, I'm looking at a lute right now. A lute is a guitar, essentially. That hurdy-gurdy thing is just... It's a lute with a crank. Do you like program the thing before so you kind of program the melody and you go at it? It's the laziest instrument ever. It's my kind of instrument. It's all preparation, zero execution. Just turn this crank. Oh my god! I'm playing a hurdy-gurdy! Similar to a violin. Yeah, right. It's a bowed instrument, yes. In that sense, it's similar to it. Anyways. We got the hurdy-gurdy, which does two things in this game. But we'll go with identify it to see if they actually tell us that. Oh shit. I actually thought that like hurdy-gurdy was something that in English you knew. So I was happy when Base says what's a hurdy-gurdy. I'm like, okay, like because these Zork games do use a lot of sometimes weird words just to fuck with you. Like this. This, look at this! What the fuck is this? I had never seen this word in my life. And I kind of blanked it when I read that. The gobbled facade of ye old magic shop lends an air of little charm to the west side of good charm of or product made or used as a substitute. Eh? Not real. Fake charm? Lends an air of fake charm? Okay. I guess that's right. That's correct. Yeah, accordion player. Yeah, I thought about that also. But even that, like, it's tough, right? To play the accordion. How do you say that in English? And that's the thing that was kind of not popular, but that was like a musical instrument. As a kid, you would have said, name 10 musical instruments. The accordion would have been there. But nowadays, I would ask my kids what the fuck is an accordion, and I don't think they would know what it is. It means substitute of questionable equality. No, I'm reading the description right now. And then the second says not real genuine, and I read it. I read this as the gabbled. What the fuck is even gabbled? I'm not even sure. Gabbled. Concerned with a single slope on each. What? Really? Okay. Oh, well, I didn't think it was that. The gabbled facade of ye old magic shop-y lends an air of Irat's charm. It seems like charm, but it's an air of like fake built charm. Like when you go into I don't know, if you go into any shop, like, you know, this is okay, this is charming, but it's literally just built to be charming, you know. That's the way I see it. Because it says made of substitute, but this is not, I don't think this is what it means here. But then here it says Erad's emotion, not real or genuine, and that's what I read here. That this is like not a genuine charm. It doesn't. This magic shop has no charm. Apparently, look at and examine are supposedly the same thing. Old woman. Okay. Because in this hint book, at the end it said, did you try these things? And it says like, examining the woman. No? Maybe not. It says, turning the crank on the hurdy-gurdy, 12 possibilities near the old woman. What do you mean 12 possibilities? Hurdy. Ask woman about hurdy-gurdy. The thing is, this would have been nice because I'm learning stuff as we play this. By the way, I've learned a lot just by playing this game compared to so many other games. Always learning things when you play games, whether it's like historical or it's just words or lore or whatever. There's always something to learn about games. But like this game is just like packed full of information. But I need to Google it to know what the fuck is like the fake charm or the hurdy-gurdy. You played this in 1990? This came out? 1988? 89? 87. 80 fucking 7. So you play this in 87, unless you're in the basement of your uncle who has a library encyclopedia of stuff, you're fucked. Congratulations, you're actually revitalizing words that were actually dying. Giving them 2 more weeks of longevity. A versatile instrument, dangerous in the wrong hands. So it actually gives me 0 information. We still have the... We don't have the butterfly. So we're just gonna use the... We're gonna turn the crank. That's Cam 15, I don't care. Turn crank. You turn the crank on the hurdy-gurdy to the right and watch as a soft violet glow brightens the rim of the closed lid. A rainbow of dazzling spectra fills the air. It swirls and blends with the colors of the landscape, creating rich, saturated hues that remind you of a postcard. Fade back to normal. Hey, whoa, I need to do it in front of her. It says 12 possibilities. Wait. Is it? Oh, maybe she says all the fucking possibilities. Lovely. Oh. Now it's always soft violet. It says crimson last time. Why now does it stay on soft violet? The grayness of the landscape around you becomes pasty and dull. Again. Now it says something different. And watch as a soft crimson glow brightens the rim of the closed lid. Oh, wait a minute. Turn to the left. Turn to the right. Okay. Oh my, a small farmhouse is falling out of the clouds. What? You turn the crank on the right and watch the soft. Okay. A small farmhouse is falling out of the clouds. You watch it spin as it tumbles earthward and hear the crunch of splintering lumber somewhere nearby. Holy fuck. Well, this is the flourishing one. So I have heightened colors and all that thing, but again, nothing. Oh, it says lavender rags. Lavender rags. I have the chalice in my hand, right? You turn the crank on the hurdy-gurdy to the right and watch as the Sava go. The puce rags of another. It's mauve rags. Mauve. Mauve is like what, like purple, right? Here, mauve is actually purple. Mauve is like it's a French fucking word. The puce, I don't know what puce is. What color is puce? Color puce. Let's learn a new color. Puce is kind of like a, I don't know, like pink. It's kind of a pinkish color. Mauve. It's all very similar color. And I'm pretty sure this was also pretty lavender, right? Lavender is also very similar. Lavender. Can I get the rags? No. Drop chalice. Wait. Get chalice. And supposedly I can also do the closed lid. Oh, maybe I need to open lid. I don't know if there's a limit on the number of times I can do this. We're actually testing this. Wow. Like, I can't believe it. So what I'm supposed to do, just because I know, because I just read things, is that the butterfly, apparently you can transform the butterfly back into a caterpillar because there's Christmas trees that are afraid of caterpillars. That's actually explains in the lore books or whatever. You need a caterpillar. So, okay, yeah, butterfly, caterpillar, cool. But you're supposed to know that the hurdy-gurdy, you can go back in time with the hurdy-gurdy because at least if the woman told us something about it, it's like, ooh, that's an interesting thing you got there. Okay, cool. Thanks, but no thanks. Now I know that. Knowing that, I'm turning it left, turning it right, opening it, closing it with the butterfly. Actually, with the butterfly on the goblet. Like, what the fuck? Like, I also know about the scarecrows. Now I know that I need to check the scarecrows. Now I know that the scarecrows have puce, lavender, and mauve colors on them. Apparently, the scarecrow don't like the lavender color. Okay. I can also open the box of the hurdy-gurdy, which does nothing. I guess, like, come on, game, give me something. We're back at the scarecrow thing. It's the hurdy-gurdy. Now he just tells us exactly what you need to do. Bring the hurdy-gurdy to one of the scarecrows. Close the hurdy-gurdy. Because. Point the dial at the picture of an eye. What? This is a int. What is this? This was the dial, the picture of the what is dial? What is picture and what is eye? What? Can you tell me examine the hurdy-gurdy before, maybe? It's just gonna tell me there's nothing out of the ordinary about the hurdy-gurdy. If you don't know what the hurdy-gurdy is, too bad for you. This squat contraption is about the size of a Frobos Magic Bread Box Company bread box, and made of brightly painted wood. There's a big dial up front, and a crank jutting from the side, just below the open lid. You can hear Corby's overhead. choking with fury. Okay. Examine dial. The dial on the hurdy-gurdy is encircled by 6 little pictures. Like... Wow. Well, yeah, this... You paid for this. People paid for this. This is Invisiclue. You would pay maybe 20 fucking bucks in 1987 bucks for this. Not even telling you, like, stupid stuff like, have you examined the hurdy-gurdy? Like, come on. They just told me exactly what to do. Like, now I can't even figure it out myself. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this book makes bases ints look like top tier ints. And he just Googles stuff. Oh man. Oh, it's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Because now I know where to put the dial on. Now I know. Because those fucking hints just told me. This much. This is the ints. All of this was completely useless. And this was literally telling me how to do it. The dial on the hurdy-gurdy is encircled by 6 little pictures. Cunningly painted, an eye, an ear, a nose, a mouth, an end, and a clock. At that moment, the dial points the picture of an eye.
Sometimes the can be so evil it can curse the world, unraveling the future. Only the 4 lost elements will bring the world back into balance. Then I will live again.
Why do I need to close the box? Apparently it needs to be closed.
It is you. No one else dares come here.
Turn the crank. And you can turn the crank right and left. You turn the crank on the hurdy-gurdy to the left and watch as soft crimson glow brightens the rim. A dreadful cacophony of random noise fills the air. You cover your ears and wince until the onslaught fades. Soothing melody filled the air. You can't help but close your eyes for a moment as the liquid chords swell to a glorious crescendo then fade into silence. Point dial to mouth. You turn the crank on the hurdy-gurdy to the left and watch as a soft crimson glow brightens the rim. An unspeakable flavor of dread, rotting filth coats your tongue. You spit and cough uncontrollably until your mouth absorbs the dreadful taste. The butterfly is still here. You turn the crank on the hurdy-gurdy to the right and watch as a soft blah blah. A mouth-watering cascade of flavor washes over your tongue. You can't help but close your eyes a moment to savor the taste. Eye, ear, nose. A nauseous cloud of foul reeking stenches fill the air. You cover your nose and gag. A tide of flavorful aroma fills the air. You can't help but breathe deeply. So what was that guy doing with that anyways? Because this is just like a mishmash of so many things that... whatever. This hurdy-gurdy that is like magical and enhances or diminishes or... No, gives you the most positive or the most negative aspect of one of your senses? Because was used by something called a monkey grinder that was super evil, that I could only kill with like things from other worlds. I could use my Wand of Annihilation, but I could also use the chest that just brought him into another plane of existence. Because... like... Is there a wordplay here I'm missing? But I think not. I think this is just nonsense, right? Like, what is a Gru? Nothing. Right? That doesn't mean anything. It says a Gru is a fictional predatory creature, but I'm pretty sure that comes from fucking Zork. Yes, exactly. Oh, it was borrowed. No. This is actually older. The term was then borrowed to introduce a similar monster in Zork. So a Gru was actually something before. So Gru is not nonsense. Because you read this book of lore and legends and lore of Quandor. It's all filled with quirky things like disciplined crab. Disciplined crabs are small moral crustaceans found in cellars, fallout shelters, and other subterranean layers. These brooding curmudgeons are deeply offended by the slightest intrusions. If cornered, they employ their razor-edged pincers with righteous efficiency. It's filled with all sorts of things. I once thought I wasn't smart enough. Like this was smarter than me, but now I actually believe this is just a bunch of nonsense. It's actually not smart at all. It's just nothing. Right? Am I wrong here? Somebody back me up. Like, there's one joke here that I feel is great. In the lore and legend, there's an actual item. There's an article called Red Herring. We all know, maybe you don't. Red herring is an expression to say something that has nothing to do with the story, right? So what I'm thinking is that this thing here, red herring, is a red herring, right? So this will not appear in Zork. I hope that's what will happen. Like, that's actually smart. That's an intelligent joke. Nobody will get it. Nobody will laugh. Like, it's not a haha joke. It's just like, I don't know if it's even a joke, you know? Is it a joke? What is a joke? Like the coconut of Quandor. Though reluctant to dismiss the coconut outright, most historians regarded its historical existence as dubious at best or couldn't. And vials of the blessed mix with it's just fucking, it's literally nonsense. Well, not really. It always was. Zork 123 was not nonsense. There was a bank which worked like a bank. There was a museum. There was a teleporting machine in a museum that would teleport you. That was nonsense. It was a puzzle related to baseball. That wasn't nonsense. You know, those puzzles weren't just like discipline crap. You know? Adorn beast. Like, it's 69 sensitive eyes, so clearly 69 is a reference to 69, you know? Clearly. At this point, it should say, like, the minx, irresistible cuddly minx, shares all the most intriguing characteristics of the kittens. But they like to smoke joints at 420s. It's just so fucking... I have lost faith in this game. Completely and utterly. Because, like... it's something to work with something logical, or with wordplay, or with it's just wordplay at this point because you can't see anything. So if there's like quirkiness or something to do, it's always about the wordplay. If it's just nothing, it's just me trying things endlessly until I get it, and that's no fun. I'm sure fans of Zork will think that the puzzle of the onion puzzle, which I thought was kind of nice, was a simple and dumb and easy puzzle, but at least it made sense. It wasn't an hurdy-gurdy that has a dial on it with senses. It's like, come on. And now apparently I need to turn it on the eye, I need to turn the crank to the right, and now I can discern the colors of the rags, which I did. Now I'm supposed to know that the Corbies don't like the color of the good Scarecrow, which would be lavender. You can use this information to your advantage later. So that was what do you do with the Scarecrows, which was not even what I wanted. What I wanted was the next questions. How do I get by the Corbies blocking off the path? That is actually what I wanted. I also wanted to do what to do with the Scarecrows, because that threw me into some kind of weird rabbit hole that tells me information that I will need later. Unbelievable. Literally unbelievable. And these three colors are all the same on top of it. Is that supposed to be a joke? Maybe. But, like, come on, man. Like... right? Like, if I didn't have Google to help me, I could think that... What are the fucking colors? Puce? Lavender and mauve, because here, I'm sorry, in Quebec, lavender, the color of lavender and mauve, it's the same color. I'm sorry. So, and then I would be like, oh, and then you have puce. Oh, I don't know what puce is if I don't have access to the library of my uncle. So I don't know what puce is. It must be the same, it must be mauve, it must be purple-ish color, you know. Like, this game isn't confusing enough. And this hurdy-gurdy is supposed to bring all the colors out, like the colors are supposed to be popping. So, is this supposed to be kind of like a color joke? Maybe they're supposed to tell you that this game has colors that are not in another 16-bit color game, or some weird shit like that, or what? Like, I don't know. Like, am I reading too much into it? Because that's what I'm taking out of this. Because 1987, there were definitely color games at this point, especially on DOS. This is not a color game. This is a not even a picture game. This is a no text game. This was kind of, at this point in 1987, text games were actually dying. So, is this kind of a joke as saying, like, we have more colors, we have like three types of mauve? Is that like behind the box? Like, that would actually be super fucking funny. I'm actually looking up the box of this game. Beyond Zork box. Images. No, behind the box. Yes. No, that's not it. God damn it. Is that it? No. The Zork library. Whatever. That's Zork 0. Oh! Is that it? Okay. Holy shit. That's one hell of a back box. No, it doesn't say like... No, it's definitely not trying to do a joke or something about... Anyway, I'm reading too much into it, right? I'm trying to make sense of this nonsense. Anyways, 3 colors of now we know that they don't like lavender, but we still don't know how to get through them. Man, I want to know what was the reaction of people. Like you're I don't know, like 15 years old. Not an adult, but not like you're not 10 years old. You're like 15 years old, you're playing this game. I think this would be pretty much 15, 16 years old maybe. I don't know if that would be young in 1987 to play a text adventure game. I don't know, maybe only adults played the text adventure game in 1987. I don't know. I don't think so, because in 87, I don't think so. So I'm 15 years old, I'm playing this game in the basement of my uncle. I have access to all these encyclopedias, which was a thing. Like I remember playing, I wanted to go into a tangent earlier, when I played Where in the World, it was Where in Time was Carmen Sandiego. So Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, same thing as Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. And we had access to all the things. We had we had a bunch of encyclopedia. So when they asked about like information about a country or something like that, we had access to that information. It was really cool. It was really cool doing that. So where was I going with that? Let's move on. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm 15 years old. I'm playing this. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm 18 years old because I just got a credit card. I can call the hint line. I can actually call myself the in line. It's not my mother's money. I'm actually using my own money to call a fucking hint line because I'm stuck in this godforsaken game. So I call the in line, and the in line is as bad as this fucking thing. When the fuck is Carmen Sandiego? Exactly. Did I say that? So, and the guy on the end of the phone is as bad as these fucking hints, and he's actually giving me the answer, and I lose my shit on the phone with him. I'm paying for this, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? You just gave, like, you know? Because that's what I would have done. I was way more explosive than what I am right now. You're actually talking the subdued Simon. Like, I'm not the Simon I was when I was like 22 years old. I was like, not rage quitting, I didn't rage quit, but the same type, you know, really like rage. But you know, I say this, but I remember playing games, like point and click adventure games on my own, in my room. I had my computer in my own room when I was young, and I was just playing. I don't think, was I ragey? I don't know. Maybe it came afterwards. Maybe it came with the kids. I don't know when it came. I had a really ragey moment in my life, and now I'm more toned down. But like, anyways. Imagine somebody that is super frustrated about this game and just calls to the inline, and like he's happy to get unstuck, but how can you not be frustrated? You can't not be. It's always frustrating. If only you could have recorded that. Yeah, something like that. Like, I'm sure some people know. I've heard a lot about technical lines, you know, like tech lines, like Sierra Tech lines, where you would call and say, my game isn't installing or something. Like, I've heard stories about people who would get these phone calls. It was not fun times. But I've never heard any stories about hint lines, like people in hint lines and explaining what to do, how to beat XYZ boss, or like you could call, there was numbers at the like Nintendo hint lines and stuff like that, and you could call for any fucking games, and they had to. I think I heard some people talk about that though. Because I know this. I don't know why I know this, but they had to search through like a bunch of books. Like they had to look up their own answers. They didn't know that answer on the top. Eventually, they would learn because there was questions that would always arise. Certain games, people would get stuck always at the same place. Anyways, fucking Zork, man. You can't fight your way. There are too many. I've noticed the scarecrows scattered around the field. I've determined the significance of the scarecrows. Not really. If not, refer to the question about the scarecrows before going any further. If you had something on the correct color, the Corvus would let you buy. See the question about the farmhouse. The farmhouse? Where'd this farmhouse come from? Wait around outside until a storm starts brewing. Maybe the... I thought there was always a storm. As soon as you enter this, there's lightning going around. Lightning! And I thought that it was the hurdy-gurdy that brought the farmhouse. It had nothing to do with it. Holy shit. So I need to get into that farmhouse. Man, I actually thought that tonight it would be different. I think that's why I'm sorry guys if I'm frustrated tonight. It's just that I don't know. I thought naively, very naively, that tonight would be different, and that I would bring the hurdy-gurdy to the woman. She would explain me what to do with it, and all these things that made no sense when I read them would make sense, but they don't. It's just nonsense on top of nonsense, and use this on the... It's not even use this. No, if even it was that. In this game, you don't even have the luxury of using an item on another item. No, you need to use the item correctly. You need to turn the crank, turn the dial, you know. So let's just wait here. Did it land? Maybe it landed here? No. Come on, it was clearly the hurdy-gurdy that did that. So, come on, what's happening? Like, how much time do I need to wait? Like, now what? So what now? Like, I just want the fucking farmhouse. Can you just bring that fucking farmhouse? How much time do I need to wait? I'm supposed to wait for fucking... When was it? Was mouth? I don't remember. I'm using all my fucking willpower and that's just explode right now. This Invisiclue thing. If I would have bought this 20 bucks. I don't know if you could do that in 1987. If you could go back to a store and say, know this? Shove it up your ass. And I want a refund. Because this is the worst. This is the worst. And this is official Infocom. Well, I don't know. Unless this thing here is just somebody trolling me. But it's done the official like ifarchive.r, which is not secure. It's not a secure website. But I want to believe that these are the actual Invisiclue books that you would buy back then. And just tonight, it's just been all over the place. Because they never tell you this, like right this here. That on mouth, when you turn the dial on the hurdy-gurdy on mouth, it brings a small farmhouse from the clouds. Because like this, you can't do this. You can't do a game that just doesn't, that has no logic whatsoever. Tabarnak de Chris. Man, Zork Zoo better not be like this, because I won't like it. I won't like it. Like, this was great. Like, there's moments of greatness here. But it was just a little bit of sense somewhere. Like, mouth turning a dial on mouth, which is the sense. We know that that's sense because it's like nose, mouth, ears, eyes. So they're talking about the 5 senses on that dial. So why would putting the dial on the sense mouth would bring a farmhouse from the clouds? Like, and then you go into the fucking bridge, which is called the... Right, there's a bridge here. That bridge completely threw me off about this fucking game. Because that bridge is called... what's it called? Bridge of something. Beyond Zork. Bridge. Anyways, it's called the Bridge of something. Apparently no one knows how it's called. The Xenos Bridge. So the Xenos Bridge is a paradox, like this game. The Xenos Bridge told me... The game told me with the Xenos Bridge puzzle that this was smart. That this was using science and real paradoxes and real words and real things to tell its story, because the Xeno Bridge is actually really smartly written. I know drugs, clearly, dude. Definitely drugs were involved in this. The drugs were involved in Loom, but Loom is magical. So the Xenos Bridge is like, it's a real paradox. When you go on the bridge, it's like super involved. It's like really like down to earth, logical, philosophical. It's really good, and that's literally one of the first puzzle I encountered in the game. I walked onto that bridge and I was stuck on the bridge. When I looked up how to get off the bridge, that should have been the first hint that this wasn't the game that I thought it was. Because when I was on the bridge, I was like, oh, maybe I need to like walk all the way over to the other side, or walk on the other side, or it said like there's only 1 out of 56 step or something like that. So I would say, okay, well, walk this exact... I was using logic to try to solve that puzzle. But that puzzle was just solved by using one of the wands that you had. So that should have been the game telling me, you know, that Xenos Bridge is cool and all, but forget about all that. This is gonna be a nonsense game where you just read scrolls and say things and stuff just happens. And that is not the case, because look at that in my inventory. In my inventory, I have things that are so defined. I have never seen an adventure game with items that are clearly defined. You know exactly what the Dispel Stave does, what the Scroll of Recall does, what the Palimpsest does, what the Rod of...
shit has come to light.
What Rod of Levitation is, what the scroll... No, I don't exactly know what the... Whatever. Ring of Shielding. You know, all these things, I can bring them to a woman. She analyzes them, and tells me exactly what they do. About 90% of these items. Old Horseshoe, not really. But most of these items are a potion of healing. If I compare these items to Zork 123, one of the problems I had with Zork 123 was that the most of the items were just stuff. It was very difficult to know, like, you just picked up a balloon. Okay, cool. What do I do with this balloon? And it was very difficult to figure out what to do with all these thingamage. It was literally things. I picked up things, and oh, I have a bottle. It wasn't even bottle. I'm not even trying. Like, I'm not. It was just stuff. Like a ruler. You just picked up a ruler. Oh, you just picked up, you know, whatever. It was just like, okay, what do I do with this ruler, you know? But in this game, it's like, this is a scroll of this is a wand of this, and even with all this, it's still like, I'm still just doing shit and shit happens. And that's what's frustrating me. And that's what I thought tonight would be a little different, because I had all these items. I was like, tonight I'm gonna use these items. And I'm just gonna throw one of these rods to these scarecrows, and we're gonna be done with it. No. Oh no. Oh no. I was not even close to knowing that there was a dial on the fucking hurdy-gurdy, which I didn't even know what it was at that moment. And that dial needed to be brought to mouth, so that mouth would bring a farmhouse near me, and I would go into that farmhouse to do something. But before going to that farmhouse, I would also need to turn it to eye and figure out that these 3 scarecrows are not exactly the same, even though they use the same fucking color, but it's a different purple. One is purplish and one is a little purplish. These 3 colors, one of these 3 colors is important, and that will be important once you get into that farmhouse, because we're gonna get there and I'll be frustrated again and I have to look up a hint which will literally tell me exactly what I need to do, and then I won't have figured out anything. I will finish this game frustrated because I wouldn't figure out anything, because these fucking hint books are shit. End of rant. Okay, so I'm gonna continue this, but I'm literally just gonna read out the hints and just play them out and just finish the game. I don't think I'll finish it tonight, but I might finish it next time. But I'm done even trying, you know? This is gonna go on YouTube. This is gonna be a popular YouTube video, by the way. I know, because no one has streamed or has a video of this. I wonder why. Some people have attempted to record and then they're like, fuck that, I'm not putting that on YouTube. So there's like 1 or 2 Let's Plays of Beyond Zork on YouTube. Like the Star Trek text games that I played. So these will be super popular, yay! So people will see how dumb I am and how bad I am. I'm figuring out these puzzles. So instead of showing you how dumb I am, I will just not even think about the puzzle and just read out the text, and you'll never know if maybe I would have done all these puzzles, and maybe I would have maybe none of these puzzles. Even I will never know. See you in a couple of minutes.
I'm almost at the end. What happened to summer?
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Game Boy.
It ain't over till it's over.
Chill out, Dad.
It's the year 2065, and a war of awesome magnitude has erupted. In Konami's Cybernator for the Super NES, gamers assume the role of Cybernator, a giant mechanical warrior equipped with a nuclear fission thruster assault suit. Cybernator must try and obtain control of the moon base and its immense capabilities of launching monolithic intergalactic battle cruisers. But in your path stand the most powerful, mega-sized boss enemies ever to explode out of the Super NES scene. And only the Cybernator skilled in battle on land, satellite orbit, and atmosphere can bring this crushing war to a close. In the quest for peace, any of 4 different weapon systems can be powered up and switched out during gameplay. Fight on, crushing Axis cyber troops, topping it out through 7 war zones that stretch from the moon through vast expanses of space to the fringes of the Earth's atmosphere.
Battletech, a battle between good, the Star League, and evil, the Clan. A battle between Nikolai Malta, Galaxy will be mine, and Adam Steiner. Never! Brave soldiers in gigantic robot vehicles with one weakness. It is Black Panel! Battle of Damage. Battletech, no guts, no galaxy. Adam Steiner comes with Axeman, other mechs sold separately.
Okay, kid, show me what you got. Yeah, right. Next. Yes. Next. Ooh, scary. Next. 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 Next.
Final Fantasy III. Do you have what it takes? Final Fantasy III from Squaresoft.
Next.
The year is 2196. One renegade silencer takes on the World Economic Consortium, and they're not making it easy. Crusader, no regret. He's the Crusader. He's back in this explosive, non-stop action sequel. Crusader, no regret. Run.
Okay. Thanks guys for staying with me. I'm sorry. It's the weather. I'm gonna blame the weather. Oh no. No. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot. You can't stay here. It's too fucking hot. It's too hot. An ominous rumble outside draws your eyes to the window, where a dark, boiling thundercloud is racing across the field. Yay! A reference to something that exists. No. This is not nonsense. Woohoo! Why am I saying this? It's because this is a reference to the Wizard of Oz, so I guess that's what I'm thinking. Or I mean, it's not nonsense. I get into a farmhouse. There's a tornado that comes in and it takes me somewhere else. That is not nonsense. It sounds like nonsense, but it is not. Especially compared. It's all relative. In this world here, it is very down to earth. In the coconut of Quandor world. I know it's still nonsense. It's relative nonsense. It's less nonsense than the hurdy-gurdy, which is already nonsense by itself. Not even like in the game. I'm talking about the hurdy-gurdy, the real instrument. That instrument is nonsense. Oh man. Shit. Fuck. Hey dude, how's it like? How's it like Beyond Zork? Do you like it? Yeah, it's like playing the hurdy-gurdy. Thwack! The door slams shut as the farmhouse jerks violently upward, throwing you to your knees. You feel a strange whirling sensation as the floor begins to dip and sway like the deck of a boat. A glance out the window confirms that your popping ears already know. The farmhouse is soaring high above the fields of Frozen, caught in the vortex of a mighty tornado. Crash! You're dead. The farmhouse strikes the ground with a sickening thud. You're thrown across the room, hits your head, and a ray of sunlight opens your eyes. Okay. I never closed it. How will I come back? Lullabies sing of places such as this. Songbirds swoop and glide between rows of dainty cottages. A rainbow of flowers lines the sun-dappled street, filling the air with a gentle fragrance. The open farmhouse leans askew upon the roadside. Beneath it, you notice what appears to be the heel of an enormous boot. The enormous boot lies crushed beneath the farmhouse, its tongue hanging in the dirt. Eh? Its tongue? The tongue of the boot? The boot is crushed by the... We're back into nonsense land again. Man, like return to Zork is so like logical compared to this. Like Texas, that's what I was started thinking during the stream, during the break, is that text adventure games are already difficult by themselves, by like just doing stupid stuff that sometimes you know how to do, like opening a door can become a 5-minute ordeal. You know, in Star Trek, getting into the teleporter was an ordeal because it wasn't get into teleporter, it was get onto or something like that. I was right. I was like, use teleporter, blah 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 blah. So on top of that, you have like craziness. Like this is as crazy, if not crazier, than what's the name of it? There's a point and click adventure game that's super difficult, that's super like Moon Logic. Ah shit, I can't remember the name. Anyways, Discworld. Yeah, Discworld. So not one of the worst point and click adventure game, but sometimes people say like it's one of the worst in terms of like the absurdity of the puzzle and the moon logic of the puzzle. Like this isn't even moon logic. This is not logic. It's just like whatever. Anything goes. There's a boot. The Dark Souls of Tex Adventures. Yeah, kind of like, wow. I've never seen anything like it. I haven't played many, if not, like, at this point I've played a lot of Tex Adventure game, maybe for the normal person. Because I played Colossal Cave Adventures, Zork 1, Zork 2, Zork 3. I've played 3 Star Trek games. One that was very, very Tex. 2 others that was kind of a little like not Tex. This game, I've also played Bureaucracy, which I was not able to do anything with that game. And I also played... I played Bureaucracy, I also played Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I also played The Mist. That was a Stephen King text adventure game based on the book, the movie, you know, the movie. And The Mist, I wasn't able to do anything, so I just looked up a walkthrough, and even with the walkthrough I was like, what the fuck? Like, and I think that's when I said, fuck text adventure game, and then I stopped playing text adventure game for like 10 years or more. Because I gave them a chance when like the beginning of GOG, or like Home of the Underdog, where you could back in the day you could download a lot of games there. So I downloaded Bureaucracy and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because of the popularity of those two. Like Douglas Adam, I think is the name of the writer. I think that's when the movie came out. I was interested in the universe. Anyways. Food. How do I polish the giant boot? Because, of course, that's what I need to do. With the giant rag. Oh, okay. That's in the giant bag, held by a giant hag, as a giant hag for the giant bag, in the giant bag, bag. You don't need to polish the giant boot. Okay, that was a joke. Haha! Meant for guys like me who just read fucking hints. The thing is happening here is in Froome. What do I do? Look under the house. Okay. An enormous boot lies crushed in the farmhouse. It says look at flowers. Okay, must be south then, right? No. No, it's here.
What is this shit?
It says a rainbow of flowers. Oh, I've been better. This game is like just like depressing me and like kind of like I don't want to play it anymore. And I was like fully optimistic at the beginning of the stream. It just completely destroyed me with its lack of logic.
Pure garbage.
No, it's not that. I mean, it's well written. Like when you read this, it's well written, it flows well, the imagery is beautiful. When I played Zork 1, 2, 3, the description, I didn't see it in my head, but this world, I see it, you know, I feel this world, I see it, and I don't understand it, but I understand the description and everything, you know, this Brian Moriarty knows how to write. I don't think he knows how to do puzzles. And Loom is a great game, but it's not great because of its puzzle. It's great because of the writing and because It's kind of batshit crazy, but it's so less batshit crazy than this. But like in the what's the name? The not instigator, infiltrators, imposters. What's the name of these guys? These sound like something from Loom. Implementers. These implementers. They're even hooded. These implementers just sound like something from Loom. They're not in Loom, but they just sound like something in that world. Open farmhouse leans a cube on the roadside. We need to do this. What appears to be the eel of an enormous roof. The lady is standing near the farmhouse. One of the flowers blink at you. You leap back in alarm as a tiny figure emerges from the flower beds. It's a woman, garbed in bright clothes and standing less than 2 feet high. Her bright, colorful garb blends in with the flowers. The little lady tiptoes over to the enormous boot and gawks at it. Awestruck, she gingerly reaches out to tickle the lifeless soul. Nothing happens. A broad grin spreads across her childlike face. It's dead, she squeaks, turning to look at you. You killed it. Sorry. No thinking. Thinking unallowed here. Examine the flowers. That's not a flower, it's a fruit. Wait for the mayor to show up. Okay, good to know that she's the mayor. Can we do ask woman about her? That's how you ask people about themselves. Ask women about her. The little lady blushes, she's too shy. Oh. The eeled one has fallen! Come see, come see! More and more the little folk emerge from the flower beds, staring first at the crushed boot, then at you. Soon you're completely surrounded. Apparently this is not how you ask about her. Apparently I may need to wait. It says the mayor Foon is groveling at your feet. A joyous... Wait. A joyous crowd is gathered around him. I was like, a joyous... A gentle fragrance? Wait. A joyous... no, it goes back here. I hate it when they do that. I hate it when it scrolls at where... How are you supposed to know? I'm reading this. The mayor Froon is groveling at your feet. A joyous... okay. You know? And this is not the first time I see this. It's in other games, sometimes recent games. It's... Don't do that. And ever. Make it so that I know, like, that... Like, make a little, like, dotted line here, like, right there or something. That I know that this is where I pick, like, this is where I pick up, actually. A joyous crowd. Or put crowd is gathered around here, just right there. Instead. Greetings, brave sorcerer, he mumbles, groveling at your feet. I am Grope, mayor of the city of Froon. On behalf of us all, welcome you. Welcome to the sorcerer. For over 300 years, my people have suffered in the shadow of the Eeled One, explained the mayor. Oh, that's a good thing. Glancing hatefully at the enormous boot. At long last, his evil-smelling reign is at an end. Huzzah! Cries the crowd, dancing gleefully around the farmhouse. Huzzah! The boot is licked. Such a mighty deed commends many thanks, continues the mayor. Bring me the cask. The cask. The mayor sends for the cask, whispers the crowd as a servant disappears into the flower beds. Moments later, he returns bearing a small jewel box, which is delivered to the mayor. The mayor opens the jewel box with a grand flourish. Behold, he cries, herein lies the key to the kingdom of Froon. This gift is the greatest honor my people can bestow. Humbly and with eternal gratitude, do we offer one to you? The crowd redoubles its cheering. Choose any key you like. There are 3 keys colored mauve, puce, and lavender. So at this point, like if you haven't done, of course, if you would have, who knows how people would play this fucking game. But you would come here and you're like, oh. Select the key. Like if you take the wrong key, you're fucked. You need to reload your game. Can I get all key? I'll save here. The Lavender Key. Okay, that works. Your ceremony lived the Lavender Key out of the jewel box. An excellent choice! I didn't make a choice, I wanted them all. You slowly comes to your senses and we're back. Vacant lot. Throw keys? I don't know. Show key? What the fuck? Where key? This is not stupid. No, I'm not. No. No. It's a cat. I let her be her. I don't like cut or air or anything like that. It's a wild showdown. I've never had the courage to play any of the Zork. Happy to watch you go, what the fuck, instead of me. Ah, oh, dude, it's just so bad. No, it's not bad. I don't want to say it's bad. I've actually played bad. Like, this is not the Star Trek text adventure games. So, Base, you were there for Star Trek. I know you think this is shit. I actually think you think that. But no, it's not. The 3 text adventure games, the Star Trek adventure games, were so bad. And when I played them, I did defend them. But they all were bad for many reasons. The last one was the best of them, but the problem with it was there were no puzzles. It was literally just go there, do this, go there, do that. They removed all the exploration that was in the first iteration of that engine. Yeah, anyways. I can't go into this. Yes. Oh yeah, I can't do with she is very savage. Even though she looks like nothing there. But she decides, like, just today she was on her spot. Like right now, if I try to take her from there, if I get up and take her, she would go like, she would literally she wouldn't bite me, or her teeth wouldn't, or crow, or her fangs, whatever. Her teeth wouldn't go in my arm, like in the flesh, but it would like touch it just to tell me like, don't fuck with my place. She would go all like open. Her pupil will go like, oh, whoop. You know, when you look at a cat and her pupil is all big and like, watch out. Watch out. She's gonna just like, woohoo, jump in your face or something. And you can see it also, there's other things you can look at. Yeah. But she'll come at me and she'll be like, oh. As soon as she comes on me, she's like, she starts purring immediately. As soon as I even go near getting her food, just near, not even giving her food, just passing near, and she'll be like, oh. But she's like that just with me. Like I tamed her, and no one else here has been able to tame her. So we're back. Where? Oh yeah, we need to show the key or whatever. The Corby snatched the gray key out of the air and aim carefully and drop it. The key that is the color that they don't like, right? Yeah, she's really nice. She is very well behaved. She doesn't jump on any like sometimes she'll jump there because she want to go there, but she doesn't jump on tables or the counter or stuff like that. She doesn't even go on my bed. She'll scratch here because she knows I'll open the door. If you do things for a cat, they'll eventually figure out, oh, if I do this, he does that, then I'll always do that, then you're fucked. She will. I don't think a cat will unlearn that now when she does that. Like if now I stop opening the door when she scratches in the door, I don't think she'll ever understand. Ever. She'll scratch the door till I get there. She'll be like, no, it worked 3 times. It's gonna work forever. I'm a cat. I know these things. I don't know. So I don't know what to do with the key, and I don't give a shit. If you had something the correct color, the Corbies would let you buy. Okay, just go north. Blocks your way. Like, what's going on? Like, actually, what is going on? The key doesn't work. The key doesn't work. The lavender key, which is the right color, unless the color changed, maybe. Oh my god. This is where I'll rage quit on this fucking game. Turn the dial. To well, eyes. Eh. Whatever. Lavender. If I reload Virtuaverse? No, I didn't. Virtuaverse. What is this? Oh, it's a cyberpunk. Holy shit. Want me to play this or what? Yeah, let's snag it. Snag it. Yes. It's done. Thanks. Thanks, Abstract doesn't. This game makes me 8 colors. Ramdas said it could be done. What is Ramdas? Ramdas. Spiritual teacher, Guru Modern Yoga. It says that he said that you can 8 color? What? I have the butterfly at the same time. Let's deal with the butterfly. Well, no. So now we need to restore keys. Take, move, key. I'm just kind of cheating at this point. Northeast, northwest, north. Yay. In the grotto, a lone rosebud bush has somehow managed to survive the stormy climate. A lone rosebush has somehow survived this game. What is it, Dave? What's what? I always remember that one YouTube comment was constructed. Oh, how's it going, Dave? How's...
No one remembers exactly when it began, but I'll never forget. It began on the day of the Great Eclipse, on the day of my murder.
I'm trying, in my head, I'm trying to find like analogies of what is this game? What? Like this game is like dot dot dot.
Sometimes a single act can be
There's nothing like this game.
unraveling the future.
This game is Discworld in text form.
Only the 4 lost elements will bring the world back into balance. Then I will live again. I have but one hope left, and it is you.
Like, this game makes Return to Zork look like a plain, normal, down to earth, like almost like investigation, like not even like no magic, nothing, just like a very simple game. I don't give a shit about Dolphin. No, I have not. We shouldn't comment on somebody like this. It's no, it's ill intentions, and so I don't want to go there. I have nothing good to say about it, so that's not. Yeah, I mean the game is good. The puzzles are kind of fucked up, but at least the puzzles are usually about some kind of weird wordplay, humor, British humor. It's moon logic, but it's logic. This is not even moon logic. This is plainly illogical. Shut up. God damn it. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm not the only one that guy made an impression on, I feel. Many of the items are quite useful. When is essential? Is there anything you need to buy in the magic shop? Oh yeah. Okay, well, what do we do here? You're in the grotto. A lone rose bush somehow managed to survive. So, I'll get the rose. Oh, this is our compass rose, I think. The rose's delicate stem blows wildly back and forth in the stormy winds. Get rose. Oh, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. And they don't talk about it here. Get rose. Okay, no, this is okay. I can get the rose. You pluck the flower of the rose bush. God damn it, guys. I watched all his stuff. Holy shit, dude. He streams like every day or some shit. That guy's crazy in the sense that he shouldn't be streaming like that. He shouldn't be streaming in that environment, that headspace, you know. You shouldn't be streaming when you're thinking the things he thinks. Don't fear the Reaper. Like, if you watch all his stuff, it means that you watch him way more than me, and now I'm like fucking jealous. Who the fuck is that guy? Fuck him. What? Who gives a shit? Fuck.
Fear is the mind killer. And fear is the little death that brings total obliteration.
Because yes, I still follow him. And yes, sometimes you can literally just drop into his stream and have a laugh. It's always the same thing. It's like the same thing going over and over and over again. It's like it changes, like it has a flavor of the day, you know. Anyways, stop talking about a lone rose bush has somehow managed to survive the stormy climate. Yeah, we're done. We got the rose, we're done. That's it. We went all of this. All of this was to get a rose. A compass rose, because that's gonna be super important later. Okay, so we're done with that part. I think I'm done for the night. Yeah, there was no track. Exactly, back on track. Where's the track? Where am I? Where am I? Where is this? Is this real life? So that's all done. We done everything that's done. That's to be done in Grubble by the Sea. The wine cellar. We'll catch up on the good stuff. I should go catch up on the good stuff. Oh my god, you fucking crazy. And the good stuff, the dolphin. Is that the good stuff? Man, he's on the good stuff. The lore and legend of Quendor doesn't say anything about rat hands. And do I get with the Zork crinkly? That's all done. The wine cellar, we done everything there. The runes on the amulet, it's all done. The lighthouse, it's all done. The ethereal plane. The more I want to finish this stream next stream, so I need to continue if I want to do, because but it's super hot. I'm hot-tempered tonight because I'm blaming this game. It's just I don't feel like continuing, but I want to finish this game next. So I don't know, next stream might be a little, I don't know, maybe less boring, more boring, depending on how you view this. If you like me frustrating and getting stuck and trying to figure things out, you're gonna not like the next stream. If you just want me to burn through the game and just finish it, yeah, next stream. That's what's gonna be happening. Because it feels like there's still a lot to do. I'm going so slow. I know, tonight I did nothing. I just ranted and ranted and ranted. It's all my fault. That's normal. It's part of this Zork experience, is getting frustrated and all. Oh, but yeah, okay, I'm done. Yeah, guys, you can go back to your masturbation. We're gonna raid somebody. It's like, are you done, dude? Because like I have other things to do, okay? But I feel like I need to be till the end of the stream. So are you done? Okay? Are we done here? It's like a conversation with your wife on the phone. Are we done? Can I go to sleep now? Though I know exactly what you mean. Okay, let's raid. Let's raid level 1. Like I had the occasion sometime to raid Mr. Dolphin. I could have raided him. I even thought about it just as a joke, but I know, dude. I mean, like I said, you just drop into his stream. But the last stream I saw of him seemed like the last one, but who knows? I couldn't stop watching. It was so. I was like, really? I couldn't watch it really, so I kind of missed it. But then I came back to the VODs and I skipped it because there was a lot of nothing in there. But it was saying that it would stop streaming, but I don't believe him. I will not mention him by name, by the way. I'm sorry for those who want to know who we're talking about. If somebody knows, please do not post it in chat. I don't want anybody like to go and troll him or whatever. I mean, he's God, so it might be dangerous. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night. See you next time tomorrow, 8 PM with some Might and Magic, and we'll be finishing this next Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday we'll be finishing this. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for enduring me. I'm sorry. I don't know what's up with me tonight. Ciao.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that.